This week on Steel Horse Thunder.
Big.
Yeah, I've never had to park so far away in my life.
It's going to be an action-packed weekend.
Even though we are crazy compared to what we're riding with and our teammates, they're even crazier, so we kind of forget.
2018 13th Annual Jonesboro River Rally. I know what I can do in the off-season when I'm not working. I could sell drugs. No, that didn't ever work.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Now, Crambo's isn't just paint. It's your one-stop shop for motorcycle gear, parts, and service. Crambo's, voted the Indy A-List #1 motorcycle shop 2 years running, has expanded with the state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment for tuning your fuel-injected Harley and a new paint facility to make your bike stand out from all the others. Crambo's also has a new retail area complete with leather, chrome, audio, and all your parts and service needs. Crambo's, voted #1 for a reason.
Vince, what do we have to look forward to this year with Flat Out?
Man, I'm trying to do something every weekend. Even if it's not a big, huge event, I just want people to have some place to go. Because I know sometimes I get on my bike and I'm like, where am I going to head? You know what I mean? So just about every Saturday, check our Facebook page, Flat Out Motorcycles. There's something on the print every Saturday, either an open house or an event. Today, our Indian Motorcycle Ride group met up here with some people that weren't involved in the group, and they rode up for the Run for the Sun up in Anderson.
Obviously, you have this beautiful Indian showroom floor that you guys have here, but there's so much more than that here at Flat Out.
There is. I mean, Kawasaki, Yamaha for your street bike stuff. If you've got, if you play in the mud or you got a farm, we got the Polaris, the Can-Ams. I mean, there's really something here for everybody. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be just motorcycles. You've got other hobbies that involve power sports, it's here.
Hey man, the weekend is finally here, man. It's my favorite weekend of the year. Cindy, what's going on?
This is the Jonesboro River Rally, and man, it is going to be a good time. It's just getting started, but they have got all kinds of vendors. They've got the people, the bikes, the stunt shows. They got the flying lady on the bike, Una, and it is going to be awesome this weekend.
I can't wait for this weekend to get started. I always look forward to this right now. Man, we're in Jonesboro. We're on Cobblestone Street. There's going to be, 60-some vendors out here, 20,000 motorcycles. This place is going to be hopping, and they got great music. I'm telling you what, I can't wait to do this. But, you got to wear a lot of different hats to make sure everybody stays happy here, so we got to be on our guard. But, this year, all of our charity rides have been sponsored by 36 Saloon out in Rockville, Indiana. And although this might not be a charity ride, it is charity for Cindy and I, because we finally get to have fun for an entire weekend. But I'm telling you, if you haven't been out to 36 Saloon yet in Rockville, Indiana, you need to get on the bike, get out there before the riding season ends. It's in Rockville, Indiana. It's 36 Saloon. It is Indiana's motorcycle destination. You've got to do this before the season ends. All right, Cindy, what do you say? Change some hats, change some clothes. Let's go talk to some people?
Let's go. All right, you guys are badass. You're out there. You're just pounding the streets. I mean, I sat there and watched you go round and round people. You guys were really cool. Tell me about what you guys do.
So we stunt ride V-twins. Anything with a V-twin engine is what we like to get our hands on. Right now, we're out here riding for the Ives Brothers, which is a action sports entertainment company. And they do the Globe of Death. They do the V-twin stunt shows. So we're just kind of like the middlemans, even though we are crazy compared to what we're riding with and our teammates, they're even crazier, so we kind of forget.
So who are your teammates?
My teammates directly are Brendan Foley, Kyle Ives, and Cody Ives.
Well, it's pretty cool. I didn't get to see you in this big globe here. I think I should be standing in there when you go, though. How about next time?
Yeah, the next show, Kyle and Cody will be the one in there, and they'd love to have you in there. Please do go in.
That would be awesome. So you're not doing the next show?
No, I'll be doing the V-twin show. I won't be riding the Globe.
All right. Well, you guys did an awesome job out here today. I've seen a lot of stunt teams, and you guys did it amazing. I think it's really cool that you guys go out and spin around the people, and I know that everybody loved you guys today. So tell me, how long have you guys been doing this?
Thank you for the compliment. It means the world. We ride this stuff to make people happy, so when I know it makes people happy, it makes me happy. We're not the craziest, but we do get the craziest, About what we're doing, we're just. Sorry, can you re-ask the question? I missed that.
I was just asking how long that you've been doing this.
I have been riding personally for 19 years, but I have been riding V-twins for 3 years.
Okay, well, you only look 19, so I don't know how you've been doing it for 19 years.
I got on the bike at 3 years old. I was racing by 5 years old. I'm 22, so I've been riding since about 2.5, 3 years old.
That's cool.
Fun.
So what did you start on that young of an age?
An XR50, a little Honda 50, and then the next would be a 65, and then just move my way up from there. There's never been a year in my life that I haven't been on a bike, so this is all I know.
So you guys are amazing. I saw you up there. You guys I don't even think you're tied down to these motorcycles on there, are you?
No, it's not really safety. Not really. No. Not that kind of an act.
Is it safe?
Well, it's safe if you know what you're doing, which I do. I've been doing this for 14 years, so I know what I'm doing. I set this whole thing up. It's my rigging, my engineering, my body, my business, so I'm not worried about me.
So what brought you into this business?
Well, I did circus for most of my adult life, and I got hired as a girl in somebody else's motorcycle incline high wire, and I loved it. And I got my own. And I did amusement parks and circuses for a while, but I really found a niche here with the motorcycle community. So we do a lot of big events. You know, we go out and do Sturgis, we go down and do Florida, we do all over the country, and I'm really grateful for the embrace of the motorcycle community. Like, everywhere we go, people really, really appreciate what we're doing, and they're really fun events. You know, I get to see beautiful bikes, you know, hear cool bands, hang out with my girls, look at all this stuff. It's wonderful. I'm very happy with how my business turned out, yeah.
Jared, you're out here at this Jonesboro River Rally. Tell me, what brought you out here today?
All the motorcycles, all the good time, good people. You know, it's a good atmosphere. You know, people stay calm, ain't no fights. It's a good time.
You know, it's very family oriented, and it's a great time. There was so many bikes out here last night when I got here. And you said you were from Ohio, right?
Ohio, it's the southernmost point of Ohio.
And you rode all the way over here for this?
They got an actual rally on the river down there that I go to, and then I come to this one as well.
Now, you know there's a car show over on the other side of the river,
Yeah,
right?
I ain't too much about.
All right, Matt, we're here at the Jonesboro River Rally 2018. I think this is the 13th annual River Rally. Have you ever been out here before?
We come almost every year. Yeah.
What are you thinking about it this year?
Big. Yeah, I've never had to park so far away in my life.
Is that right?
And yeah, we're just getting ready to head over to the car show, and it'll probably be even bigger.
And it is. I noticed. I mean, all of Main Street is completely full down past the the Circle K or whatever it is down there. But I mean,
a lot of vendors this year. For the more vendors than I've seen, more bikes than I've seen. The weather to me is perfect.
you can't ask for anything better. I had long sleeves on this morning. I'm rolling the sleeves up now. It's warmed up just enough, but it's not overly hot, and that's what makes it perfect this year.
It is perfect.
So you say you've been up here almost every year. So what brings you back here year after year?
I don't know, we're into bikes, always have been. We're always into the old hot rods, and you can kill two birds with one stone, so to say.
Hey man, we're up here at the Jonesboro River Rally 2018. I think this is the 13th annual, and who else do we find but Bob Johnson with Optic Armor. Now Bob, you come up here all the time, don't you?
We do. We actually even sponsored it this year. We just love this rally up here. They do a great job. It's, you know, they shut the street down and just open it up, and quality vendors and just great event. I mean, they just put on a great show, and they bring in all kinds of great talent, like the Una Circus over there and the High Wire Act. That's going to be cool to watch later.
Well, and it's cool. And you are a regular at our bike night that we do Thursday nights at Heavy's Barn Grill in Canby, and you're up there all the time. And I know you had something special you were wanting to do with us this year, and so tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we decided to do is, since, you know, we're there at the bike nights and we love doing it. We love selling the glasses to the bikers, and we didn't want to seem greedy by just showing up and selling and running. So we came up with the idea to donate 10% of our sales this year to whatever charity you chose. So that's what we did. We did the tally, and we've came up with a total, and we'd like to present that to you.
And I appreciate that so much. And the charity I chose was Voice of Tomorrow Ministries. It was an individual who helped us actually get the show back on the air. Back when Steve, you know, when he was done and when Cindy and I took it over, it everything was covered, and then all of a sudden we found out from the TV station, hey, we're going to need 3 months in advance, you know, or a lot of months in advance. So it's like we had to come up with a lot of money, didn't know how to do it. And the individual that has Voice of Tomorrow Ministries had given us a Jeep Grand Cherokee that he had. He was blessed with the new vehicle, and he said, I want you to have it. At the time, I'm thinking, I already got vehicles. I don't know that I really need this. And it turned out, you know, my daughter ended up, her car breaks down, so she used it for a year. And then by the time I got it back, it was like, the only way I know we can get the show back on the air is if I sell this vehicle. It'll make enough money for us to be able to get back on the air. I called Bob, and I'm like, hey, man, I told him, he goes, dude, I told you God wanted you to have that thing. He said he knew exactly what you needed it for, and so he was thrilled with that, and we were able to bring the show back on the air. So that's why I chose Voice of Tomorrow.
And we're glad you did. I mean, we're glad it all worked out that way because Steve was great, obviously, with the show, and you've been a blessing to everybody. You kept the tradition going, and you do a great job, and I think you've even stepped it up a notch. So, you know, as a motorcyclist and as a vendor and as just a motorcycle enthusiast, I appreciate it, and I know everybody else does.
Well, Bob, we appreciate what you do, and I love having you out there at Bike Night. Obviously, the more vendors you have at a bike night, and it's more that you're adding to it, and it brings more people in. And so I think it works out really good for everybody this way.
It does, and you know, eye protection is a valued thing. You don't want to lose your sight, so we do provide a quality product. But there again, you know, we just want to keep everybody safe. So that being said, what I'd like to do, Steve, is present you with this check for the Voices of Tomorrow Ministry for $250 that we collected over the summer from the bike nights, and we'd like to present you with that.
Dude, well, thank you so much, and I'm going to forgive you because you called me Steve.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Scott. My bad.
No, that's perfect.
That's on my mind.
I know. I understand that. Man, I can't thank you enough for this. This is just amazing what you guys, like I said, I love the fact that you guys are out there, and then the fact that you give back the way you do. I can't say enough about that.
We're glad to do it, and sorry, Scott.
Hey, Bonnie and Clyde here. We got to go rob a bank, but we'll be right back after these short messages. Hey, it's Thursday Night Bike Night. I'm here with Dan Yohe. He's the official realtor of Steel Horse Thunder. You know, Dan, we got a chance to meet you a few weeks ago. Tell me a little bit about the services that you provide.
Well, obviously, I'm here to help represent anyone, whether you're looking to buy the home of your future or to sell the current home that you're in. I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody has for me, no obligation at all. And if you want to know what your home's worth, happy to help you with that. If you have questions about inspections or what to get prepared for, I'm happy to help you with that as well.
Good deal. And I know we see you out here at Bike Night quite a bit. I know you're going to be at some of the rides this year, and you're pretty easily approachable. And so when you see Dan out there, if you got some questions, make sure you stop by and talk to him.
Absolutely.
Motorcycle riders want the freedom of the open road. Unfortunately, other motorists often do not give riders the proper attention the law requires. Call us at Leidendorf Law. Like family, because we are.
AJ, you are our Southside featured woman rider. I love your bike. Tell me about it. I saw you ride in. Tell me about your bike.
It's an 08 Softail Deluxe. I did add some bling to it and also had a custom paint job on it, a cross on the side here.
So how long have you had your bike?
Since 08. Started riding in 08.
Did you go through the course to ride?
I did. I went through the bait course.
And how did you like that?
I had already rode a year before. I actually took the course, but I still felt like I learned a lot in the course.
You do. You learn a lot.
I did.
Do you have anything else that you want to do to the bike? I know you've added some stuff, but is there anything else that you'd like to do to it?
I don't know as much as myself as probably Shane and my son. My son just took the course and has a year left of college, so he now rides my bike, and I think he's got some plans for it or getting his own.
He better get his own since this is your bike, right?
I agree. But us mothers.
So do you have any plans to go on any big, long excursions on this bike? Any of the longer rides, or do you do a lot of longer rides?
We just got back from Milwaukee last month, and we are planning Sturgis this year.
Awesome. I've never been there. I'd like to go. One of these days I will.
Yeah, we're excited. So.
Well, thank you so much. I love your bike. I hope you lots of many miles on it, and have a great day today.
Thank you.
This is a standard lawyer commercial. This is a dramatic shot of me walking down the hallway. This is a stage scene of me talking to clients, even though they're not actual clients. This is the closing shot in my office, where I say my catchphrase looking professional and confident. Look, all lawyer commercials are the same, but not all lawyers are the same. Ladendorf Law has been involved in the motorcycle community for over 35 years, with many more years to come. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are. The attorneys at Ladendorf Law have over 100 years of experience in personal injury and wrongful death litigation. Call us at Ladendorf Law. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Cindy, what is it I've always told you that I love so much about the Jonesboro River Rally?
Well, it'd be funny if I said I didn't know, but I do know. It's this auto show because it is unbelievable.
I love bikes. I love hot rods. Let's go take a look at some of these fine machines out here. What do you say?
Let's go.
Well, we're here. We're in front of Riding Leather, and it's in Jonesboro. It's the 2018 Jonesboro River Rally. Sunday morning, we're all moving a little slower. We're all talking a little quieter. Tom, how did it go so far? I mean, I know we still got a whole nother day left today, and there's still a lot going on, stunt shows and everything else still today, but what's your assessment of the rally so far?
Actually, I think it was a huge success. We had probably bikes in excess of 10 city blocks last night, and the crowd was phenomenal. The bands were awesome. Everybody got along, no troubles, no issues. Vendors doing well. I had 64 vendors this year, the biggest yet. So and now we've got the Brant Memorial Ride coming through this afternoon. Be here about 1:30, 2 o'clock. We're hoping to see about 1,000 motorcycles come into town, and sun's out, weather's beautiful. Of course, last year it was 95 degrees here, and but all in all, it's just been great. Biggest one yet.
And again, this is the 13th now, so 13 years in running, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Obviously, weather has a lot to do with everything, and this weekend turned out to be pretty darn good. 2 weeks ago, it looked like it was going to be a rough ride. And then it just kept getting better and better and better. Yesterday, the highs were in the 60s, so it wasn't freezing cold. It wasn't sweating hot. I mean, it was absolutely perfect temperatures. And you mentioned the bands, and I've got to ask you, who is it that picks the bands for this? Because you had some phenomenal acts out here Friday and Saturday night.
Actually, I picked all the bands. Myself and Monica, the lady that works in the store here, her and I have actually put this event together, and we have a few people that help out, but we had a lot of weight on our shoulders this year. We have to give a special thanks to Mr. Puckett of Jonesboro. He is a really great individual that helped out considerably with the Ball of Steel and the High Wire Trapeze Act. They are already asking to come back next year. All I can say is next year you won't want to miss this rally.
We finally came out and got a chance to get some of your food. It's hard for us to do that because it is so crowded here. So you do have to wait a little while in line, and especially for you guys, because this is not fast food. You guys have the real stuff right here, man, and it was delicious yesterday. So tell us a little bit about your setup here.
All right. Well, we cook everything on site, homemade, from scratch. And so we try to offer home-style gourmet food at a fast food pace. We set up quickly. We offer chopped pork and rib tips, mostaccioli, Italian dishes, and there's all kinds of, side items. It just varies. So.
Well, you guys, I mean, and you do. You always have a line because people love the food you guys are doing. And like I said, we all finally went and sat down. We zipped up our little tent so we could be in private. We ate our food, and then we were like, man, we all got to go to sleep. This was so good, and we ate so much because your portions are not small. They are large portions.
Absolutely. We want to feed you and feed you well. It's our way of saying thank you, to all of the brothers and sisters that come out here, and we want you to go home and away feeling satisfied, happy, and wanting to come back and see us again.
All right, man. Now I've been up and down Main Street here in Jonesboro for the River Rally, and you're kind of a little different over here with cigars. What's this all about?
Well, we're just like every other biker. We go to all the rallies and the events, and I always carry my cigars with me. I always got cigars, and everybody comes up to me and says, "Oh, dude, where'd you get those? Are they selling those here?" "No, man, I brought my own." Well, I thought, we're going anyway. Let's start carrying some cigars. So we went to a rally earlier this year, found these badass cigars. I bought one, went back, bought another one, bought a box, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start selling these. So we're representing the badass cigars.
I just think that's so cool. Now you know what's gonna be bad though. Now you've turned your hobby into a business. You're gonna have to find another hobby.
Well, she's already getting mad at me because I'm smoking up some of the profits. It's like being a bartender.
I was going to say drug dealer back in my day, you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
It's like, hey, I know what I can do in the off season when I'm not working. I could sell drugs. No, that didn't ever work.
Well, she's trying to find events during the winter time so that I'm not smoking up the profits.
Right. Exactly. So what you're with you're selling the badass cigars?
Yes, sir. Badass cigars. It's just like everybody walks by and they see the name, Badass Cigar. They love the name, and that's kind of what drew me into it. That and the fact that there was somebody actually selling cigars. They're all Nicaraguan cigars. They're not cheap or a cheap made cigar. They're a great cigar, and like I say, I got hooked.
And it's not the Jonesboro River Rally without the awesome bike show out here. Look at all these machines. And now we have all the bikes showing up from Brant's Harley-Davidson out of Wabash. They do their big ride, ends right here at the Jonesboro River Rally. And this is why Sunday is still a fun day at Jonesboro.
So Kathy, you guys just got here from the ride from Brant's. Tell me, what did you think about the ride?
It was awesome. Great weather, awesome roads. A lot of people along the route. The police officers did a great job patrolling, keeping us all safe.
So what brought you out to this ride?
It's just a fun event. Great sponsors, they support a lot of good things.
You didn't break your arm on the ride, though, did you?
No, I did not. Thank God.
So how many people do you think was in this ride?
I don't know. Miles.
Well, it looked like a good ride. It was a great day for it. Thank you so much for being on it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My gosh, the bikes, I think they finally all got here. Did you guys come in from Brant's?
We did. We came in from Brant's and Wabash.
Do you have any idea how many bikes were on this ride?
They said it's between 600 and 1,000 maybe.
I was amazed how long it took for all the bikes to get in here. I mean, obviously not enough room on Main Street for everybody. Wasn't hardly enough room right here. So how was the ride?
It was a beautiful day. Police had everything stopped. It was a great day for a ride.
Good deal. So it was good and safe?
Yeah, and a lot of people out waving and just waiting for the bikes to go through. It was really neat.
That's cool. Now, have you ever done the ride before?
No, it's first time for me.
Have you ever been to Jonesboro before?
No, first time for me.
Have you ever been in Indiana before?
Yes.
I've been on a ride a couple times.
Have you? So are you familiar with the Jonesboro River Rally then?
Yeah.
What do you think about this rally?
I think it's interesting. Heart of Indiana. It's beautiful.
I've always billed it as my favorite rally in Indiana. I love it being out on the public streets. It's not quite as crazy as some of the other, private rallies and stuff. So I kind of like this. But man, I was just shocked at how many bikes came in here. And so even with all those bikes, you still felt pretty safe, huh?
Yeah, this is my first huge ride. The most bikes I've ridden with is like 45. So yeah, as a first time rider in a big one, it was awesome.
This is a big one right here. Most rides aren't this big. This was huge. So, well, guys, thanks so much for talking to us. I know you got your liquid refreshment right there in your hands. You're getting ready to hydrate. Yes, sir. And a lot of fun going on up there. We got stunt shows still going on at 2 and 2:30 or something like that. So you guys got plenty of time. Go have some fun.
Right. Hey, thank you very much, my friend.
The biggest thing for me, no incidences. You don't have issues with anybody here.
No, we in the past we've had a few issues and troubles and stuff. We got it taken care of very quickly. This year I've been in contact with the chief of police every morning to go over things, details, and what's happened, and they have not had an issue. I mean, everybody's behaved themselves. I guess I did. I'm not really sure. But it's been great. I mean, the police department works with us, the city works with us, the utility department, the parks department. We all get along so good, and they want to see us come back every year. And it will continue, I guarantee it.
Right on. Well, Tom, thank you so much. I know you have a big part in all this, and thank you so much for what you do here, because you make it, like I said, the best rally in Indiana.
I believe so too, and we're looking to be the biggest motorcycle rally in Indiana.
Well, hey man, that's going to do it for the show. We have had one heck of a weekend up here in Jonesboro, Indiana. Most of the bikes are leaving now. Cindy, what do you think about this place?
I think it's the coolest place in the world. There were so many bikes here this weekend, so many people here this weekend. It's an amazing place. They have so many vendors. They have all the stunt shows. It's a great rally.
It really is. The food is fantastic. The music is fantastic. The people are fantastic. It is just, if you've never been up here to Jonesboro for the River Rally, man, mark your calendar next year. It's always the last weekend in September. You can't miss this. This place is just absolutely hopping. Just a lot of fun. Isn't that the truth?
It is, but you know what? I'm ready for it to be over. I'm ready to get home. I'm tired.
But remember, it's not what you ride.
It's that you ride.
Jonesboro River Rally 2018. Get it right, Andy. Get it right. Matt, M-A-T-T. I could have spelled it myself. It's not nearly as funny the second time. Hey, Cindy, what have I always told you? Told you? What did I tell you? What I told you, woman? You better get in there and fix me a chicken pot pie. I'm gonna be fed. Okay, ready?
You told me that you liked all the automobiles over here.
Them fine automobiles right over here. We crossed the creek and here we is. It's all fun and games at the car show until you end up with a Woody. It's just getting started, and so let's do this again, okay? Yeah. It's just starting. We just got here.
Different styles of motorcycles. It's all over the place. So AJ, you are the. I'm going to start this over, Wes.